Alright, so this is my computer setup, and why I'm making these lamps, because that little touch lamp up here, at night time it's just not sufficient to light the space, and so I'm finding myself with a bit of eye strain as I'm watching the big monitor in the middle. So what I want to do is make two lamps, so I can have one up the top where this one goes, and then one down this part here, sort of behind the little pot plant thing there. And then that should, and yeah, also I'll make like the lamps have bigger, the bigger style globes, so I can actually get a brighter light around the workspace, and then hopefully that should sort out the problems with having a bit of eye strain at night time. So what I want to do is make two lamps, but rather than having the switch on the cord on the wire that hangs down, so it'll be hanging down over here, and I'll be looking for it and flicking it off and on. I'm going to put the switch straight on the base of the lamp, just so I can it'll almost sort of work like a same sort of way as a touch lamp, just with a flick, like a touching on and off. And then that would be pretty cool. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I was thinking of making the lamp in two separate parts, just so that'll make things easier on the lathe. So what I was going to do is make the base, which I was thinking it might sort of be something like about yay big, and then probably the base might be a couple of centimeters, or probably more, maybe like 3 or 4 centimeters deep, because I bought two of these cheap lamps just so I've got all of the internals good to go, as in I've got the wiring that I've got up there. And I was going to use this part in here, but when I took it apart, it's just not going to suit the lamp that I'm going to make properly. So I have bought a couple of battens, almost look like this sort of thing. So they're going to sit on top of the lamp, but I'll just quickly draw it up first. So, oh no, that's right. I've got the concrete base. I've taken one apart already, so this concrete base will give it a nice sturdy base, so it doesn't fall off or stop it from falling over or anything like that. So this bottom part will have to be big enough and deep enough to have this on the inside of it. So let's just say we'll make this a bit bigger, maybe a couple of rounded bits along here. And then might go something like that. So that'll be one piece, and then the shaft part, wherever it is, will sort of go like this, and it might sort of be let's just say like this sort of tall. Oh yeah, so this is the top part, which is where the batten will go, which can just be screwed on, and then the wiring will go up the center. So it might go like that, maybe a couple of little yeah, so that will go on top like that, so that sort of looks like. And then the lamp shade, which I bought separately over here, that's nice and black and simple, and I think it's big enough. So yeah, that'll sit in here. And yeah, that should be it. I think that should be pretty good. Now, the only thing I've been thinking about is how I'm going to, I need to run the wire down the inside of the shaft part, so I'm gonna have to gouge that out somehow, but I'll think about that later. I've got some wood stashed away up here. I bought this years ago. It's a really good wood for using on the lathe, because it's quite soft, but when you sand it, it comes up looking really shiny and hard. The grain's really tight too, It's called Gelatong, and it's one of my favourite woods to work with. So yeah, I reckon this will be pretty good. And I've got heaps of it here, so I don't mind using it. Ooh. So I cut the wood in half. So I'll split the shaft in half, and then I'll get my router and I'll gouge out maybe something yay big, and then that way I can run the wire up the middle after I've obviously glued it back together. So I'll glue it, and there will be a nice. I'll try find a circular bit, but yeah, it'll basically channeled out like that, and then that'll make things a bit easier. So yeah, we'll start with that. So now I've got I've had these two pieces glued together, like channeled out this hole and then glued the two pieces together. It's pretty darn good. So it's a nice round hole that goes all the way up, and then yeah, I've just sketched out the rough sort of design based off the drawing that I did, and yeah, so I'm just going to use this as a reference and just cut it down and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so I finished these main parts, and everything's looking pretty good. So here's one of the bases here. So the base is hollowed out. This concrete block will go in there. We'll glue that in eventually, which will go there. The hollowed out two-part shaft is like that, and that can go there. And then we'll mount this onto here, which fits perfectly. And then, yeah, the lamp shade itself will go on there, and it looks pretty good. Well, I'm pretty much ready to start painting, so everything's been sanded down and all the gaps filled in. We've got the holes up here so we can run the wires through, and yeah, so ready to start painting. So I'm going to use some stain and varnish, which is water-based, but it's also got a liming white in it, so it's going to, so the stain's white, so it's going to give it that sort of a, I don't know, antique-y sort of look. Because most of the furniture in my house is white or black anyway, so it should work in pretty well. So yeah, I'll maybe put 2 or 3 coats onto this, and yeah, then we'll see how it looks. Then we can start wiring it up, and everything will be finished. Well, finally finished. Here they both are, looking pretty good. Might get some better globes for them, but they do the job. Nice and easy to switch on and off. And yeah, they look pretty good. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.